It is actually our likes and dislikes which keep us in bondage. You can't do anything about them. You can't force yourself to not have any likes or dislikes, but you can let go of believing in them. You must learn to experience the diversity of life without making it into a problem for yourself and others. So why solve the resistance, which is an effect? Solve your own belief in your likes and dislikes as the ultimate truth. Because it is just another belief, another mental point of view. So learn to allow them to be without needing to believe in everything as the ultimate truth. In this way, you can actually move in the infinite diversity of life, right? Without suffering every part of it. Otherwise, the likes and dislikes will constantly create desires and resistances, which will keep the mind restless. Restlessness equals resistance. So let's deal with it at the source. And actually, anytime there's great resistance to something, it is because mentally we've taken a position. It is because mentally we have identified with a preference. Preference by itself creates a resistance. So allowing the preferences and the resistance to be, because it is a very natural aspect of personal existence. No need to fight against them, but learning to see them and not placing your sense of self in them without needing to protect them in any way, which creates a naturally playful attitude, allowing you to move through life having preferences and resistances without being attached to them, without giving these preferences and resistances more truthfulness than somebody else's, thereby dissolving mental conflict, personal conflict as well. Which is why dealing with resistance is never done by trying to solve the resistance, but instead your own perspective, your own level of seeing, your own clarity of view. And that is why the acceptance method is there. Rather than continuing to reinforce your mental perspectives through interpretation and judgment, you are allowed to simply observe. And it is in observation that your mind becomes clear of points of view, and you are now seeing through the natural seeingness, the awareness, the knowingness, which is not a point of view. It is that within which point of views come and go, appear and disappear. And see the illusoriness, don't know if that's a word, see the illusoriness of your own points of view. The point of view that you can be so attached to right now, literally a month later, or even in a different mood tomorrow, you may think is completely absurd and silly. So seeing this, why give them significance? Can't do anything about them, can't get rid of them. They appear always. But why believe in them so much? You know? So letting the diversity be, understanding that it is a very, very natural part of diversity to have the positive, negative, good and bad, likes and dislikes. But the moment you take these positions is the moment you open the door to desire, resistance. And these two then will control your entire existence. Then the entire life just fluctuates between the two. And there's no freedom to be felt here, you know, because there's always something to protect even mentally, if not physically. And so it will continue to, if there's anything to protect, if there's anything to constantly reinforce and recreate, it will keep the mind in restlessness.